Hi there everyone, this is Tracy from Lavinia Stamps and welcome to another demonstration today. We are going to be using some of our brand new stamps and we're going to create this. So we've got our bottles from our new collection. We've also got our lovely little stickers that we're going to use to pop on each of the bottles. This is on watercolour card. First of all, we're going to ink up one of our trees from a previous collection. We always try to design stamps to work with the old and the new, and on this occasion they work really nicely together. And then we're going to pop them down like so. So you can measure it out, the size of the bottles as to the next stage that you go up. So if I'm going to look at the tallest one, so we're kind of looking about here. So again, inking up in the Nocturne, I'm going to stamp about here. Remembering just to leave that stamp on the card a while so that we can get all that lovely detail, because we are stamping onto watercolour card. So we can do, got another thing. Bring that down to about there. We'll give that a press down. I think I am going to just measure that before I go any further. The tallest one is here, so that fits fine. That fits fine and that one does, so we've gauged that okay. Now we're going to pop our bottles over the top. So I'm going to just randomly pick them up in the Nocturne. And then we can fit about 3 to each shelf. So let's just start there. We'll do one in the middle here. And then let's swap to another one. There we go. It's really good fun doing this, I must admit. I got really absorbed. So now we need a smaller bottle. There's 4 in total. So it's entirely up to you which ones you want to use. There we go. And now I'm going to put their little labels on. So we've got 2 different labels. We've got an oval one and an oblong. They fit all sizes. And all we've got to do is line them up to pop into the middle. And the last one. I think they look really good fun sitting there on the branch. It's a story within itself, isn't it? I am now going to add some foliage around the edges of all the bottles and the branches there. So just taking a mini stamp, I'm going to start just popping a few leaves around. And I'm going to bring in a little bit of a deeper colour as well, just to give it a little bit of depth. And what else shall we fit in? Maybe that little one there as well. It's quite a nice little stamp from another collection as well. So this time I'm going to use the Warm Breeze. This is right up my street. You just get really lost in what you're doing. Right, I'm going to add a little bit of light yellow, I think, in the background, just to give it a bit of a lift. It's a bit flat at the moment, so I'm not too worried about if it goes over the top of the bottle. And then I'm going to go around the edge just to pull that image all together now. That's quite a deep blue. Now this time I'm going to be a little bit more careful about not going over the top of the bottles. We're going to use the Clean Colour pens to fill the bottles with whichever colours you like. Now these are water-based inks. So now I'm going to use a nice smaller brush. This is a Series 3. And this will give us, again, even more depth around the edge. And it gives us a little bit more control as to not going over the bottle edges. So but you can see what a difference just putting that little bit of depth in. You can see what a difference that makes now. It really does. It just pulls your eye into the centre, looking at those bottles. I'm thinking, I'll tell you what would look nice though actually. We could put some of these in. Check that, that's fine. So I'm going to put a few little hanging fairy hives around. Got a little one here as well. You know, you can do anything you want. You can really play with this set. There we go. A few hanging hives. How great is that? So now we've got the fun of colouring in our bottles. So I'm going to use the Kuretake Clean Colour pens. Let's pick a few colours. What have we got? Yellow. I could go with a bit of a pink, maybe a blue, and maybe a green. Let's see how we get on with those to start with. Now, I always use a pale colour initially, just so that we can then bring in, because that is definitely a little too bright. So I'm just going to dull that down a bit, and I'll do that with most of them. So go around the edge, add a bit of pink and blend it, just so that it's not too much. Go with a bit of blue. That blue's actually okay. I don't think that needs watering down. Do one down here. That one's okay. And let's go back to the green. Okay, so we've got all our different potions in there now. I'm going to go over the label with this colour. It's a really pale colour because the card colour is just a little bit too stark. Okay. Now we're going to grab a pair of our Sizzix tweezers. These are fabulous because trying to pick these off with your fingernail is a little bit tricky. So this is where your tweezers come in handy. So to pick them off initially, just hold it together, and then when you've got the edge, then just literally pick and pop them down. Now because they're transparent, isn't that great? Small things really do excite me. Okay, so again, we've got sunbeams. We've got, let's have a bit of glow powder. We've got dewdrop powder. We all need a little bit of that. Starburst. Midday Mischief. And we definitely need a bit of that. Colour Burst. And you can see we've got some larger ones as well, and these are for the bigger bottles, so these all fit perfectly well within all the bottles that we've brought out. So glowworms. A glitter bomb. Glitter bombs. And there we go. See all of those. They look great. Okay, so now I'm going to let's use some of our pens. These are some of our Kuretake Writer metallic colours, but they're great for dots and just colouring in, giving a little bit of a shimmer. So I'm just going to dot. Let's put a little bit of colour in that. So you have got a thicker end as well if you want. I tend to use the thinner end more so. This is a lovely sort of coppery, rose coppery colour. But how easy is it to use, you know? Little tiny dots, really effective. I think I've done enough dots now. It makes such a difference though. All these little things, they really do make the difference. So now I'm going to give these branches a little bit of colour. So darker at the top, and then we're going to go with a paler colour underneath. And that again creates your dimension, makes it look round as opposed to flat. And then we have got, let's just see what colour, yeah, so this is a really sort of very, very pale grey, and I'm literally going to just go around the edge of the bottles, and again it just pulls them out a little, creates a little bit of a shadow behind. Now if you don't feel that that's dark enough, you can always add a little more. Oh, I don't want to stop. I'm going to finish off with some glitter. So we've got Stickles here, so I'm just going to add a little bit of a glittery line over the top of the branches, and we can dot a little about as well, why not? Oh, I'll tell you what we haven't done. Need to put the lights on in the little houses. Put a little bit of a glow around them as well. Remember that attention to detail is really important. There we go. There's the old one. This one's a little bit wider actually. I've not got the birds on, but it just shows you, you know, how you can change it up. You can add whatever you like. So there we have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's demo as much as I did. Thank you so much for watching and joining me. And I hope it's inspired you to have a go at doing this. It is so much fun. You take care and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.